It's been around 3 years now since the launch of the first generation Lytro field camera, released in 2012. There was much hype and conjecture leading up until its launch that this was the future of photography, but somehow this audacious and progressive technology has failed to resonate with the photogoing public and professional image makers. We'll take a look at the reasons behind this later on in the review, but before we go into the technical specifications, let's spend some time assessing the bold new design of the product. It's unconventional and some might say odd looking. You'd be forgiven for mistaking this as a torch or even a pencil sharpener, but once you see it in the flesh, you can start to appreciate the minimalist design, comfort, simplicity, and overall quality of the device. When I first saw it online, I thought it may have been constructed from plastic, perhaps because of the multiple color choices that were available, ranging from the pink, electric blue, red, and grey. But once you actually hold one in your hands, you'll appreciate not only the elegant design, but also the attention to detail and overall build quality. Most surprising was how weighty and substantial it feels. The rubbery grip is tactile and incorporates controls in a seamless and unified way. The shutter button is at the top, and just behind it is a scrollable zoom, which you trigger by swiping your finger across the surface. At the base of the unit, there's an on-off switch and a micro USB port for plugging the camera into your computer or charging. The lens barrel constitutes a large part of the camera, taking up 3/4 of its length, as it incorporates an 8x optical zoom. Even the magnetized lens cover forms an integral part of the design, as it slips on and off with ease. There's a square screen at the rear of the camera, which has a touch interface, allowing you to view the images as you take them, and perhaps most importantly, play around with the selective focus capability of the camera and access various control panel settings. As far as the cosmetics and usability of the camera go, I was pleasantly surprised and found it fun and enjoyable to use. Being so odd in appearance, it was also easy to take candid street shots without drawing too much attention to myself, something that is always an issue with some of my high-end DSLR gear. Now, in terms of what this camera is really on about, let's take a look at the image and the unique software that comes with it. The Lytro uses a pioneering new technology called light field, which is able to capture light rays beyond the confines of a 2D plane. A normal camera takes the image coming into the lens in a single horizontal direction. Light field technology assesses the light rays in 3D space and is able to capture all of the information in front of the scene in all directions. And this is where the revolutionary aspect of this camera comes into play. It takes all photos at a fixed aperture of f2, so you don't have to spend any time or thought into calibrating your camera. Decisions like depth of field can be made after the fact using the Lytro software, which is available for your Mac or PC or as an app. You can point your finger or mouse over any part of an image to bring it into focus, and also set how much of an image is in focus using the aperture setting from f2 for wide open aperture, giving you the most amount of bokeh, to f16, providing you with the most amount of sharpness through the image. Not only that, but the image can be saved as a standard JPEG or living image, which is Lytro's interactive image format that, when published online, lets your audience play with the focus of the image in the same way that you did during editing. There's even a 3D and animation mode, which kind of skews the perspective of the image and provides another level of interactivity. This is truly an innovative approach to image making and lots of fun for both the creator and viewer. However, the only downside of this camera is the image quality. The first generation Lytro shoots a square 1080 pixel format. Although this is adequate for social media posts or online interactive images, you won't be able to get a decent high-res image that comes anywhere near the one you'll get out of your standard smartphone or any compact or DSLR camera. Also, without a built-in flash, it lacks the ability to shoot clean indoor low-light images, and there's noticeable image noise in most photos that aren't shot in broad daylight. For those interested in taking advantage of the light field technology, yet demand professional results, the newly released Lytro Ilum may be an option. It sports a more conventional DSLR enclosure with 30 to 250mm optical zoom and shoots high-res camera raw images. However, this comes at a significantly higher price point of around $1,200 US. The first generation Lytro, which is the one I have here in my hands, originally retailed at around $399 US, but it can be purchased for $149 from Lytro's online store or can be found for under $100 on eBay. So if you're looking for an entry into the amazing world of light ray photography, then go ahead and grab yourself one of these. It's lots of fun to play with and you can produce some creative interactive photography. But if you're a professional photographer or even a photo enthusiast accustomed to high resolution image making, this is going to seem like a toy and you're just not going to be able to get past the inferior nature of the image quality and limitation of the file size, so you'll need to fork out some extra coin and get the Lytro Ilum. Well, that's all I have to say about this first generation Lytro field camera. If you want to see more of these reviews, please like the video and subscribe to the channel below.